Hello, it's less than 1 minute to Derby. We have the Convict City Rollers versus
The Force.
It's going to be a pretty interesting game. Today we've got Southside, The Force, down a few skaters, so they're actually starting with 7, which is pretty amazing. So can we hear a cheer for the guys from Southside? And we've got the Convict City Rollers who've come all the way up from Tasmania.
That I have.
Hey guys.
Looks like we've got about 5 seconds till we get underway, and looks like we've got Whack Russell Terrier up against Vanessa Shredgrave. Now, Shredgrave played a pretty action-packed game this morning. Her and Slamazon pretty much jammed an entire game between the two of them. It was an absolute sight to behold.
Absolutely. Convict City have had a fair bit of practice actually against the VRDL C team lately, which has been pretty good training for them. And Shredgrave is through up the inside on turn 2 for your lead jammer.
Whack Russell Terrier trying to chase her down there.
Oh, Whack Russell Terrier comes through and scores 1 point to nothing for the Southside Derby Dolls.
Ruby Whipper putting on the star for Southside up against Slamazon. Slamazon, the other part of the two people who are the highest rotation jammers I think I've ever seen in a game.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup actually.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be quite defense on defense for this one.
Both teams do have incredible walls.
Slamazon just slams up the inside. I believe that's a multiplayer block there for Ruby Whipper.
Yep.
Ruby Whipper's going to spend 30 seconds in that bin while Slamazon is going to try and cut some laps. Nice hit out there by Lethal.
Very controlled skater, absolutely. And she just hops over that apex. That
beautiful patience. That was great. She looked for a moment, baited to the out, and then took the inside line. Comes up against a nice wall from Southside and jukes around. Oh, that almost makes the apex jump. Lethal is pretty lethal at the moment.
Absolutely. That hip is not something you want to come up against in any circumstances.
We've got Ruby Whipper through, chucking that, she must have done a sneaky stash to get through. Slamazon knocking him down like bowling pins to get through for that last 4 points.
Nasty Noodle taking a little bit of a fall there, but she picks herself back up.
Who have we got jamming for Southside here?
That looks like Debbie does damage, putting on the star up against, once again, Vanessa Shredgrave.
I think we might see a bit of Vanessa Shredgrave out there after her previous games.
Just a bit. I will say those Convict City Rollers are exceptional athletes. They do not miss a single second, and that is clear. They have made lead once again.
Oh, beautiful work there to try and open up some holes for the Southside Jammer. Great offense. And now they're back together, recycling to try and hold Shredgrave.
Deb met with the hip of Smiley Virus. Those convict blockers are not budging.
Debbie does damage, is trying to hop and skip her way through, but she's come up across quite the wall. And I do believe that was an illegal star pass, so Yes, it was. She's going to have to, I'm not going to tell you what she's going to have to do because that would be coaching. But let's just see what she does.
And while we do, we can look at Vanessa picking up 5 more points. That looks like a 15-point jam so far for the Convicts. It is still early moments of the game.
It sure is.
And that was a lovely little leap. That looked like a leap over Tequila Shot.
Debbie does damage still in the bin. She should hopefully be out before the end of the jam. And now going to the bin is the pivot who she was trying to pass to. Tequila Shot. Well, that's a nice easy handover of panties then. Shredgrave's just racking up the points. Nice juking and footwork there from Debbie Does Damage.
Absolutely. The jam has reached its natural conclusion, it sounds like.
Was that a 33-point jam?
I believe so.
There you go for Vanessa Shredgrave. Look, I'm not good at the maths.
I'm not a maths
So I'm going to
person.
say it was a lot of points.
That was a fair amount, yes.
But
And yeah.
not without having to work her butt off.
Oh, absolutely. And we're about to see a lot more butt working off. That was a weird phrase. We have Slamazon up against Ruby Whipper once again. I imagine we'll be seeing this combination quite a bit.
Yes, I think we might be seeing a bit of Slamazon, Shredgrave, Slamazon, Shredgrave. Both
Occasionally,
exceptional jammers.
They throw in a bit of giddy up Gertie just for good measure every now and again.
Oh, Ruby Whipper unfortunately has made her way to the box, so giving Slamazon a chance to cut some more laps. Not if Lethal and Tequila.
And Deb.
Sorry, I didn't know. I couldn't see the numbers on the last person, but I assumed you would have that. Nice work. Oh, we've lost a few blockers. We've got 3 people on the track. Luckily, that's enough to make a pack. And that rhymes.
Ruby Whipper just whipping away around the outside. A little bit too far outside, actually.
Yeah. Whipper's got her work cut out for her. She does some nice sneaky footwork, almost makes it up through that inside line until she's recycled backwards. Oh, beautiful, beautiful jump by... I think she's just playing it safe there. I think Slamazon's like, you know what? It ain't worth it. It ain't worth to see whether that was a cut or not.
Definitely a very strategic player, Slamazon.
Yeah, it's one thing to be great at skating. It's another thing to be really smart at derby. And that was smart play.
I'm going to just let you take a guess at who might be jamming for Convicts.
Look, it's not Harry Spotter.
Are you sure? I'd watch that.
Oh. I mean, it could be Vanessa Shredgrave
It could be.
jamming.
Jamming up against Whack Russell Terrier once again.
I love that name. Whack Russell Terrier is
It's great.
probably one
if
of my
you look
favourite
closely,
derby names.
Her number is WOOF.
Oh, woof. Shredgrave is through for your lead jammer. Oh, Whack Russell Terrier is making mincemeat of that pack as she gets through. Shredgrave just making it look too easy.
Look at that form on Shredgrave. She just has this beautiful sort of speed skater stance.
Yeah, it was a beautiful juke from the inside to the out. So hard to predict. You got a 50-50 chance. So I believe we've got Slamazon back up to jam.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Wow.
And do I see Lethal on the line jamming for Southside?
I believe you do.
Is this an uncommon occurrence?
It's not the most common occurrence. It does make it easier to spot the jammer, though, with those spectacular socks.
And she's just gone right through past Slammers, like before Slammers on, who very quickly calls it off. Nice work from both teams there. We've still got a 3 versus 4 pack advantage towards Convict City.
Looks like Lethal is staying around for another jam.
And we've got the trusty bench coach KP running in and out there. He's having to think on his feet.
His feet with mismatched shoes, I think you'll find.
Always. He always has mismatched shoes.
And those selfies.
Oh, always. Shoe selfie.
Yeah.
Shoefies. Vanessa Shredgrave is very closely followed by a Whack Russell Terrier.
That dog will hunt.
This is great. That's my description of it. Great.
Yeah, great. Fantastic.
Cluster frack.
Look at the speed. Oh, Cluster takes a bit of a slide.
Well, she's still going to get past Lethal and Ruby Whipper, and she does. And we've got 4 points each.
That is some points on the board for the Southside Derby Dolls.
All right. This is a very fast pack. Outside pack refs are having to work extremely hard right now. Oh, what? Did we just see a whip?
Did I miss a whip?
I'm pretty sure that there was a whip on the outside there. Whack Russell Terrier took a whip off Ruby Whipper, conveniently.
Apt naming.
And they're both through for 4 points each again. It appears to me like the bench coach might be clearing the box to get his skaters out.
Definitely an effective maneuver.
This is actually quite a tiring kind of thing to do. This is a lot of sprinting that everyone is now having to do. And when you've only got 7 skaters, this is going to be tough.
Absolutely.
Score at the moment is 79 for the Convicts versus 8 to the Southside Derby Dolls Force. Vanessa manages to sneak up the outside.
Making sure she passes all of the hips of the skaters before she calls it off.
And with 18 minutes to go, 83 to 8. Who have we got jamming? We've got Slammers on versus Debbie Does Damage. Beautiful defensive work by Southside there. Slammers on really having to work out to turn 3 to get lead. Debbie Does Damage is looking for a hole to go through, and she's through up the inside. Oh, and Slammers on is going to try and eat the baby. I love some jammer on jammer action.
I love the phrase "eat the baby." Ooh.
And she's successfully been eaten so far. Oh, no, she's out. It was like a half-eaten baby.
It's like a snack.
A snack-sized baby.
Oh.
Fun-sized baby?
Yeah.
Speaking of snacks, there's plenty around. We got tacos, nachos, hot baked potatoes, hot chips, hamburgers, hot jam donuts.
If anyone wants to grab me
beer.
a potato, I won't be mad.
And beer. I'm wondering why I don't have one right now.
Same goes for beer.
I just
Show your
realised
announcers some love. Grab
not
us some beer.
officiating could probably drink beer. But anyway, back to the game. Yeah. Whack Russell Terrier from Southside is back up against Shredgrave.
I imagine we'll be seeing this combination a lot through this game.
It's been happening. I'm seeing a trend. Although that time Shredgrave actually took the outside, whereas she has been known to favour the in.
Fascinating.
Whack Russell Terrier is doing a great job of getting out. So it's actually been quite a slow burn for these guys to be able to get their 4 points on the board. And I think Whack Russell's through for 3. Excellent work.
The Southside crew showing a lot of love over there.
That was a 3 to 4 jam. I think Southside are getting into the swing of things, realizing, hey, you know what? We got 7 skaters. We're going to make it work. Looks like Slamazon's taking the line. And KP calls a timeout at the very last second to get as much time as possible. Smart move.
Very smart.
At this point, I think it'd be nice to thank our sponsors. We should thank the City of Greater Bendigo, Samurai AV, Skate Victoria. Thank you, Dragon City Derby Dolls, for actually hosting, so the Chico Rollers out there. And Fair Go Sport, which promotes gender and sexual identity in sport.
We'd also like to remind you that you should definitely be buying your tickets for the after party. You can buy them at the merch stand over there. They are $5, and there is happy hour from 5 till 7, drink specials all night long, and even if you don't win the tournament, you could still win the after party with the costume contest.
Let me just tell you, it's usually my mission to win the after party.
You haven't met me. I'm here this year.
Yeah, you should just have the catsuit, bodysuit going on.
Oh, no. I have a costume.
Oh, do you?
I came prepared.
I can't wait to see. It has me at snacks, guys. There's snacks involved. I love snacks.
Everyone loves snacks.
Everyone loves snacks.
You know what else we love? Ruby Whipper and Slamazon up to jam once again.
I'm seeing a lot of this triangle wall setup at the moment. It's something we do, often at VRDL instead of doing this so-called lethal box that we used to do. It's definitely been a 3-in-1, and I'm noticing a lot of leagues adopting this. I'm not going to suggest we invented it, but
But it's VRDL.
I mean, we're all right. Anyway, speaking of all right, Slamazon's through again for lead, and she is she's been dragged back there.
That is,
I believe that's right. Clusterfrack?
Yep.
That is a difficult name for me to say correctly every time, and I apologize if I say that name in the way I'm not meant to.
One of the first derby names I ever heard, and one of the names that sold me on the concept of roller derby.
Slamazon calls it for 4. Great work. Also great work to Ruby Whipper getting out there and just making sure that there's short work of those points.
Also, speaking of wonderful names, if you have a derby name that you love, and it can be any derby name in the world, head over to the Craft Corner. We're compiling a list of the greatest derby names. Check out if yours is on there.
Or you could go over and make me a sign that just says, I love polyalloy.
Yeah.
And I'd be totally cool with that. And that was an interesting run over there. I hope that you guys at home watching managed to catch KP at full speed. We've got Whack Russell Terrier, who's fighting against... you know what? I think we've actually missed that Slamazon went to the bin in the last jam, so we had a power jam.
Whack Russell taking lead, ready to finally... Look at that. That is a sea of blue, and she is just sailing on through it. That
Beautiful.
is 5 points on the board for Whack Russell Terrier. That is Slamazon, though, just whipping away on the outside. Lethal being the last line of defense.
Wow, Slamazon, her skating motion is just so fluid.
She's just so pretty to watch.
Oh, look at Whack Russell go. She takes that offense. Beautiful offense provided by Lethal for another 4 points.
That was a 9-point jam for the Force, and we have seen the Convicts hit 100, but I think everyone's over there is definitely thrilled about a 9-point jam, including lead for the Force.
Oh, we have an official timeout. I don't believe that we're running it as an official review, just an official timeout at this stage. If it's an official review, I'd love it if someone could come and tell us what that's about. That would be great. That would be really rad.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know it's an official timeout, but I'm saying if there's an official review, guys.
Hit us up.
Just, we don't bite. Maybe a little. I guess, also, guys, A lot of you are going to get really, really, really sore. I know that when I'm using my vocal cords this much, it's very, very sore and tiring. So for $10, so you can get a 10-minute massage over in the corner, and they have FBOS available.
If you do as much sitting as I do, you'll need a massage.
Isn't it exhausting on your back?
Absolutely. It's
Absolutely.
just terrible.
All right.
Now, I'm going to let you take a wild guess as to who might be jamming for both teams. It's a real tough one.
I think Tipsy Moo is jamming.
Excellent.
No, we've got Shred Grave.
And a Ruby Whipper.
And Whipper. I love this combination of uniform colours, by the way. I think this looks really good together.
Yeah, right?
Just, sometimes you see two teams and it's just like, ugh. But this is a good combination.
There is no better combination than when Southside and Newcastle have their Purple Rain tournament and they both wear their purple jerseys.
Vanessa Shredgrave is out by turn 2 to get her lead. Oh, Ruby Whipper's having a little bit of a holding her face moment, which can happen in Derby. This is why I wear a face shield. Beautiful footwork to slide up the inside there of turn 3. Shredgrave calls it for another 4 points. We do have the Chuggernaut sending her way to the bin. So we're going to have a 4 versus 3 pack advantage to Southside. It's actually been a really low penalty game so far.
Yeah. I think Southside are being very controlled with their skating at the moment.
It's actually, this floor is quite slippery, and when you have less skaters and you're getting tired, it's really easy to get a lot of penalties. But so far, well, we do have 2 versus 2 at the moment, but it has been pretty good so far.
Those 2 were just not enough to hold back Slammers on, but Lethal is coming in hot, ready to make sure that that does not happen again. Whack Russell Terrier coming around behind.
Oh, beautiful reforming. Great hit out.
Tequila shot just knocks her out of the park.
Tequila shot just smacks Slammers on out.
And that was 2 points. 2 points for Southside.
Well done, everyone. And 2 points. Also 2 points for the Convicts. Even Stevens jam.
Woo!
Have we got Nasty Noodle jamming for Southside?
I believe we do.
That's a great name too. Against Vanessa Shredgrave. And Noodle has been sent off for a cut. Sneakily drawn back there by Smiley Virus. An excellent derby name.
Such a good name.
Oh, it's so much fun. Oh, and Shredgrave just puts on the acceleration and slams her way through the middle there. That was beautiful. So we've got a power jam. Let's see what these guys can do with it. Let's see if the training against VRDL has been helping. It looks to have been paying off, to be honest. It's looking pretty good.
Just knocking Shredgrave out. Lethal and Debbie having absolutely none of this.
Gorgeous footwork on the outside there. I don't know how jammers do it. Are you a jammer or a blocker?
I like to think I'm a blocker, actually.
I'm most definitely not a jammer.
I personally am an announcer. That's what I'm best at. And that says something about my skating.
I'm just a little bit of everything. Nasty Noodle's back on track, trying to noodle her way through the pack. yeah. Making nasty work of it. Oh, beautiful footwork up the outside.
Beautiful.
And she's through. That was great.
Shredgrave having to deal with Tequila Shot's hips.
Vanessa Shredgrave is just doing it with such, like,
finesse.
I was going to say panache.
Can we combine those? Panache?
Panache. Or...
Finesse. No.
For those of you at home, I hope you got a really good laugh out of that. Once again, awkward commentary provided by the two of us. Oh, this is a fast pack.
This is.
Oh, Wack goes
picks
through.
Up the points and
Wack
she calls
gets
it off.
points. Oh, what a jam!
That was 4 points to the force.
I'm waiting to find out how many points. Also, we got 1 point there. No points there for Slammers on that time.
I don't
So
know
well
about you.
done, Whack Russell Terrier.
I don't know about you, but I'm having a ball.
I'm having the best time ever. And we've got an official review being called by KP. KP is very official today in his brought to you by red and blue sneakers and blue tie. The usual.
I think you'll find it's not blue, it's teal.
Oh, teal, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's purple and teal.
And the bench coach of the Convicts is Captain Smirk. I wonder what's going on. Do you think KP's talking about the fact that his pants and his hat make it very difficult for him to be seen?
I like to think that's exactly what they're discussing, actually.
And perhaps, like, I don't know, maybe there's some sort of issue with that. The refs.
It just looks like a hovering body.
Yes, it's a hovering shirt and a head.
Yes.
And shoes.
Just the shoes.
Yes.
I mean, who knows? They're different shoes. They could belong to different people.
They absolutely could.
Yeah.
Just reminding you, don't forget to buy tickets to the after party. $5 entry.
And while you're standing up, you should go to the Derby Fest photo booth and go hang out with some awesome people and find out more about Derby Fest.
It's free.
Yeah.
Free to get your photos taken.
And you know
over
what?
there, by over there, I mean next to the hot potatoes sign. And Ruby, you're just getting a bit of a wave over there.
Yeah,
there we go. Thanks, Rosie.
And those memories will last forever.
The memories will last forever, or they may be burned and etched into your brain like my face in my personal photo that I had taken.
Excellent.
It was quite hideous, but wonderful at the same time. All right, who have we got jamming for Southside? Oh, we have Debbie Does Damage.
And Vanessa Shredgrave.
Versus Shredgrave.
It's such a cool name.
It is a very cool name.
It strikes fear in my heart.
We've got Lethal trying to cause all sorts of issues up in the Convict City side. Debbie she ain't falling for that. This is an interesting one. I'm not going to give it away as to what happens in this situation. But that was a very smart play by Shredgrave, getting her blocker out of the bin.
Ooh.
And then allowing her to have a bit more advantage on the track.
Clusterfrack just drawing her back.
I think Debbie Does Damage is through for lead.
And
Shredgrave is still fighting her way through.
Oh,
and she's been sent off for a forearms, which means we have a power jam to Southside.
2 blockers on the track.
Oh, beautiful
that I can see.
goat. A great goat party.
4
and
points.
She calls it for 4, and they're going to start with a power jam. I love that goat party at the back. I don't know if you guys call it goat party. That's what we call it.
I don't know what that is.
It means when you've trapped a blocker at the back on the opposite team, so that's one less blocker that your jammer has to pass. You're also gaining pack advantage a lot of the time because then they have to fight less at the front. So yes, goat party.
I love that.
I'm giving away our secrets. I
Good.
probably shouldn't be doing that.
Everybody
but let's
tune
be honest,
in and learn
most people
everything.
call it goating. It's fine. Who have we got here? We've got Whack Russell Terrier through for lead. She is your lead jammer. And Shredgrave is still in the bin, so Whack Russell Terrier is coming round for her scoring pass. Another great goat party by the lovely people at Convict City. No, Southside. I'm getting them mixed up. Oh, and Whack Russell Terrier is sent off for did you see what that penalty was?
No.
Forearms.
Thank you.
Gosh darn forearms. Which means this is going to be a 2-minute jam. 2 minutes for Vanessa Shredgrave to see how many times she can bust through those walls.
Well, the answer so far is none.
And, great blocking there by Tequila Shot. And she's through for 5 points. Convict City are playing extremely calm derby at the moment.
They're very controlled skaters.
Really, really enjoying. And Shredgrave has been sent to the box for a forearms.
That means it is officially a power jam for Whack Russell Terrier, and she has picked up 5 points off the bat.
Wow, this is amazing. This is my heart is pounding at the moment.
I am very excited.
It's going a mile a minute. We've got the score update is 125 to the Convicts to 35 to the Force. It certainly doesn't feel that way from where I'm sitting. Excellent work by Jack Russell Terrier getting back through. And we're going to be starting with Southside having a power jam start.
That looks like Deb does damage, getting to the jammer line all by her lonesome. Slamazon blocking, just for good measure, you know.
Is this not a normal thing?
Oh, no, it's more just she's constantly jamming.
She, I would hazard a guess she's quite the blocker as well.
I would hazard a guess she's just quite the skater.
In fact, I know she is, but... All right, jam is on. Debbie does damage, fighting her way through. Beautiful offense being provided by her team at Southside. Trying to break up the pack, give her some holes.
That is Ruby Whipper holding back Slamazon.
She's got one more to pass, and she does through. And she's through for your lead jammer. Just in time for Shredgrave to hit the track to try and make her initial pass.
Southside girls are walling up right now, trying to keep Shredgrave at bay as long as possible.
Doing a great job of it too. Oh. Beautiful pass by Debbie Does Damage, getting 2 points there. And Vanessa Shredgrave is in the bin for a cut.
Ooh.
So we have another power jam for Southside. You know what? Doing one on, one off has got to be pretty tiring.
Oh, absolutely. I got to talk to Shredgrave and Slamazon after their last game, and they both looked knackered, but they had so much fun, and it was just so admirable to see people so dedicated to a sport.
Everyone seems to be having a lot of fun today. Every game I've seen or commentated, there's smiles all around. Whack Russell Terrier is almost through, and she's got her lead before Slamazon, almost gets her. There's bodies flying everywhere, and Whack Russell Terrier just shakes them off and says, "Nuh-uh, you ain't touching me."
The Southside girls coming in to just bust up that Convicts pack.
We've only got 2 minutes left in this half, and I've noticed a lot more Southside points being put on the board than in the first 10 minutes. Whack calls it off. Everybody's just checking to make sure she's all good. She's got her 4 points. Well done, everyone.
Southside really starting to close that gap.
We've got Gertie. Gertie's jamming.
Giddy up, Gertie.
Giddy up, Gertie. That's such a cute name.
I know. But definitely a vicious skater.
Absolutely. Ruby Whipper trying to draw a back block there. I love that tactic as a jammer. Gertie's through for lead, and Ruby Whipper has actually been sent off to the box. She's been sent for a cutting. Oh, she's shaking her head going, you know what, I get 30 seconds rest. It's cool. It's cool.
And that is the way that you should look at it.
Yeah. I get 30 seconds rest. I can come back and just be a boss.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah. And Gertie's been recycled back. She's still going through for her first 4 points. She's having to work very hard for these 4 points. Skips up the inside line. 5 points, my apologies. 5 points because the other jammer is in the bin. Some great offense by Convict City. Oh, look. Ruby Whipper just sneaks up the inside out of the box. And it's called. None for none. And that is half time, guys. Wow, that went
really quickly.
That was half an hour. Well, I don't have words. Thanks so much for everybody watching online. We hope that you're having a great time. And send us some comments so that we can have a bit of a read ski.
Yeah.
I'm Polly Alloy.
I'm Trixie Heldon.
And we will see you guys in about 12 minutes.
Something like that.
Something like that. 12 minutes time. Oh, the score update.
We have the Convicts on 138. The Force sitting on 46.
Excellent game so far. Can't wait to see period 2.
Yeah.
All right. we're back for period 2 of the Convict City Rollers versus... Oh, you're having a sip.
Southside Derby Dolls.
Southside Derby Dolls.
Woo!
I believe that we have Slammers On versus Whack Russell Terrier.
I believe you're correct.
What have we got? We've got a 4 versus 3 pack advantage to the Southside Derby Dolls. I was going to say Sirens.
There's the South Island Sirens
the
and the
Island,
South Sea
yeah.
Sirens.
There's a few Souths. Oh, Whack Russell Terrier back through for lead. She's doing a bang-up job. She's coming around for a scoring pass.
Ooh.
Southside doing a great job of making some holes for her to squeak through. She's through for 4. She got him. All 4 points.
And that was KP lifting his hands up in victory.
Yep, I think KP's excited. It's hard to tell sometimes. I'm unsure about the hand signals that are happening.
It's interpretive dance.
Is it? Interpretive dance. Shredgrave versus Ruby Whipper. Oh, and Ruby Whipper sneaks up the inside as well. Gee, Southside have come out with their talons out.
There's this old theory about Southside. They scrim after they train, so there's a theory that they play best tired.
Oh, righto.
Yeah, and definitely seeing a lot of that right now. She has picked up the points and called it off.
Picks up the points, calls it off. We've got 2 in the bin from either side, starting the next jam. And our usual matchup, Whack Russell Terrier versus Slammers On. Never mind the height difference.
Both of them are exceptional skaters. You know what else will be exceptional? That after party that you can buy tickets to over there. Wow, great segue.
By over there, we mean where you came in the door.
Heck, buy one as you're leaving.
Buy one as you're leaving.
Buy one as you're coming tomorrow.
Oh, and Whack Russell Terrier just runs up that inside line. She's really favouring that inside line. It's looking great for her. Slammers On's been recycled back in the pack by Cluster Frack. I said it right.
You did. I'm so proud.
Whack Russell Terrier is through for 5.
I don't know what they were talking about at halftime, but it was effective.
Yeah, I want what she's having. We've got a 4 versus 2 pack.
Lethal doing her best to
and
stop
Slammers
On
through
for her initial.
And Whack calls it for 4. What an excellent jam by the Southside Derby Dolls. KP's having a little jog. We've got Shredgrave again up against Ruby Whipper. We should give them names so that when we say them together, so like
Shripper.
Oh,
that
if you said that, that's
yeah.
another one, but I like it.
We could have Runessa.
Shredder.
Yeah, I like that. Shredder.
Speaking of which, Ruby Whipper, she is through for your lead jammer. Well, Shredgrave has actually been recycled back.
I hope the Southside girls are as excited as I am.
Ruby Whipper, it's like whatever KP said to them during the break has given them something. Oh, great goat party at the back for an immediate 1 point. Well, I'm assuming an immediate 1 point. I should probably wait until the ref tells me that way. And she's going to tell me 1 or 2 points. And yes, it's 2 points to the Southside Derby Dolls.
We would also like to say a great big shout out. Gertie's kids, Alfie and Dexter, are watching at home in Tassie and they say hi.
Hi, Alfie and Dexter in Tassie. I hope you're really proud of Mum. You should be.
I'm proud of your mum.
Who have we got up here again? Well, we kind of know, don't we? It's Slammers On versus Whack Russell Terrier. So I'm going to call them
Scarier.
Slammer. Whackers on.
We could have them as
It's
slack.
whackers on.
Swack.
Swack.
I like swackers on.
Speaking of which, Slammers on is through a beautiful apex jump, making it look so easy, which it's not easy to jump the apex just quietly. Well, unless you're Christy Demons, you know, or whatever. She just soars through that pack. Whack Russell Terrier has stashed. And what a great star pass to Tequila Shot. That was a textbook star pass. That was beautiful. Slammers on's through. And she's just waiting. Excellent work by the jam ref after that one tap of the hips not being repeated.
3
so he didn't
points
call
to
it.
Southside.
3 points to Southside. I just a shout out to the ref because you know what? One tap of the hips, sometimes it's easy to get excited and call it. Total professional. Didn't call it. Our refs, our officials, our volunteers, and, you know, our MCs, we all work pretty hard for this sort of thing to happen, but especially the officials.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Shredgrave just sneaks up the inside while Ruby Whipper is fighting her way through a very solid pack of Convict City rollers.
Ruby is out on her initial, but Shredgrave is close behind, picking up a nice 4 points for herself.
She's looking to her bench. She's looking to her bench. She's looking at the other pack. It's so important as a jammer to be able to watch what your bench is telling you. Because, I mean, as a seasoned bench coach myself, if my jammer calls it off and I haven't told them to, boy, are they in trouble. Because they might not know if someone's in the bin and we need to get them out. All right, we've got Whack Russell Terrier against Slamazon. So what were we calling it?
Swack?
Swack. Swack?
Swamazon.
Swamazon.
I like that.
Swamazon. That's great. Or just Slam Area.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like a disease. We won't say that one.
I like Swamazon.
And,
Slamazon.
I'm not sure what happened, but I'm pretty sure she's been sent off for a cut track, which means that Whack Russell Terrier is your lead for Southside Derby Dolls. I'm going to ask KP what he said to the team at halftime, because I tell you what,
It is
they
working.
have come out with just a force. That's funny because they're the force. If you have to explain the joke, it's not funny, huh?
If you have to explain the joke, it's funnier, right?
But sure. Whack Russell Terrier is through for 5 points while Slamazon's still in the bin. Lethal and Cluster Frack have been sent to the bin, so unfortunately it is now 2 versus 4. Much harder job for Whack Russell Terrier.
With Slamazon back on the track.
Gorgeous
she
footwork.
makes it around.
And Whack Russell Terrier, she's playing a patient game, and she's listened to her bench and she's called it. For 5 points, she got all 5 points.
That puts the Force on 83. An incredible comeback from halftime. The Convicts on 156. That is less than half.
Let's hear
They
it for
can
the
do
Force. And because we love them, let's hear it for the Convicts. Yeah.
Let's hear it for roller derby in
Let's hear it
general.
for roller derby. Yeah. Okay, we've got Ruby Whipper, who's just been recycled back by Chuggernaut, who I have jammed against before, and she is a very good blocker. Mind you, Shredgrave has just shredded her way through.
She
the
is
lead
your
jammer.
lead. Ruby has made it out of the pack.
This looks like Shredgrave is coming through. She's calling it. Ruby Whipper might have, yep, she snuck through for 4 points. Another even jam. I'm noticing that a lot of the Southside Derby dolls wear antique skates. Is this a popular Sydney thing?
They're pretty customizable.
Then again, actually, there's quite a few antiques on the Convict City rollers as well. This is not a sponsored post, by the way.
No.
It was just a general notation on what I'm seeing.
I mean, I have antics. I think they're the bee's knees.
I actually wear Wecos.
I'm not going to lie. When I play roller derby, I wear my Moxies.
Wow.
And
you'd be crazy.
They're
I believe
over there.
we've got a
They're my
timeout.
love of my
I think
life.
it's a teamed. No, it's an official timeout, not an official review. KP's going to just walk in and be like, you know that stuff you guys were doing?
Good.
Keep
it again.
doing it. Do it again.
Do it more. Do it harder.
Tipsy Moo's dealing with some official stuff. I do miss the inside whiteboard because I really want to know what penalties people are on.
I think that I should start keeping like a tally.
Yeah.
But also
we
bad at maths.
We already have lots of important stuff to do.
Yeah, I have to sit here and drink my cider, and
talk about
occasionally
stuff.
I have to put a lolly in my mouth. It's a really hard job.
Yeah, and pronouncing all those names.
Oh gosh, especially ones of teams that I've been a part of for like a while. It's a real tough job.
Speaking of tough jobs, Slamazon's just standing there, even though she's not making it look like it's a tough job.
I was really hoping there was going to be a massive run up from that point,
come on.
because that would obliterate.
Okay,
a
we
pack.
won't tell anyone. And she's got 4. What you really want to do when you're down, you know, in this kind of situation is get those jams, get your points, call it, get as many jams in as you can, you know?
And the Force are absolutely killing it. They are on 91.
To 160 for the convicts. And if I was the convicts, you know what? I'd be wanting long jams. Long jams. Is this giving away strategy, or am I just being obvious? Like, you know, it's
Take it or leave it.
At the end of the day, I think the audience would like to know. Either way. Let's go. I don't know who they're going, but let's go. There's a big cheer happening, but we're not allowed to really cheer for either team. So.
Yes.
Oh, Shredgrave almost makes it at the front. She's not sure. She's going to play it safe. She's going to play it safe, which is always a smart thing to do.
Ruby Whipper trapped in a sort of
Ruby
wall
Whipper.
of orange and lethal. With
Oh
some
no, there
amazing
must have
defense.
been.
No pass, no what?
No, she is your lead jammer, and Shredgrave is about half a lap behind her. Game over. Just had to make sure that no lead had been paid. She played it safe. As Holly Hipkiss is sent to the bin.
Ruby picks up 3
That's
points.
another 3 points for Southside and 0 for Convict City Rollers.
You know what? They are only 6 points away from 100. That is a very doable score.
The little engine that could right now. Versus the awesome Convicts of Tassie.
They are both incredible teams.
Excellent beer. Slamazon
Yeah,
is
right?
coming up. Yes, she timed that beautifully for a hit. Versus Whack Russell Terrier, both fighting against some great defense. Lethal's trying to draw a cut, doesn't quite get there in time. Gosh, Slamazon looks so difficult to hold back. She looks so powerful. And she's through for lead jammer. Followed very closely by Whack Russell Terrier. We've got a few people going to the bin. We've got Hazardous Curves. Holly Hipkiss has returned to the track. That was a 2-point jam for the Convict City Rollers. But they will start with 2 in the bin versus 1 in the bin for the Southside Derby goals.
That is Nasty Noodle sitting in the box.
Gosh, it'd be pretty nerve-wracking having 7 players and getting penalties, I imagine.
Absolutely.
But you know what? Coming down with 7 players and fighting it out is pretty darn tough.
And they are doing such a wonderful
They're doing
job.
an amazing job.
Ruby Whipper has picked up lead. And look at that form.
Followed very closely by Vanessa Shredgrave, who is hot on her tails, ready to take whatever points she can get. Oh. Oh, beautiful hop, skip, and a jump. I
Both
believe,
of them having
yes, she
picked
has
up
scored
points. Those 2 points Vanessa Shredgrave picked up, showing that both teams desperately fighting it out for this amazing game.
Another 2 points up ahead for the Force, though. Oh, I think... Oh, they're so close to the Hanji.
And you know what? If anyone can do it, it's Whack Russell Terrier up against
Whack Russell Terrier against Slamazon. This has been an awesome matchup all day.
They both have such fantastic skills. Whack, she's taking the lead.
You know what? They should just play a third half.
I would watch that.
I'd watch it. I'd commentate it.
I mean, I would watch it if we had 4 quarters.
Ooh. How long?
Same as a half.
30 minutes?
Yeah. Make it a 2-hour game.
Whack Russell Terrier is through. Shredgrave is out. And she's calling. And no points for Slamazon and 4 points for Whack Russell Terrier.
And you know what that means?
That means they're past the 100 to 102 for the Force versus 164 to the Convicts. Wow. I'm glad I got this cider, guys, because this is getting really exciting. Although if I need to, leave, you know why. Hello again to our viewers watching from home on YouTube. We hope you're enjoying this. We certainly are.
Yeah. Are there any comments?
We'd like to thank the City of Greater Bendigo, Samurai AV and Skate Victoria as our sponsors. Dragon City Derby Dolls and the Chico Rollers, which same peeps actually hosting us. Amazing go, guys. You can sign up for the Skate Victoria Skaters Connect newsletter on the Skate Victoria website, skatevictoria.com.au, or you can like them on Facebook to keep up to date on the Australian-wide roller derby calendar, which, you know what, there's a whole bunch of people here from all over Australia, so that is something that I would want to keep up with.
If someone could explain the phrase, like a peanut through a baby, to me.
Explain the phrase what?
Like a peanut through a baby. Someone used it to describe someone's skating skills.
Like a peanut through a baby. These are the days of our acorns. No?
I love it. We would like to say that, who was it? People on the internet really appreciate Shred.
Shredgrave is your jammer for the Force. No, not the Force, I'm sorry. For Convict City Rollers right now.
That would be a sudden change.
That would be a weird change-up. Ruby Whipper is your jammer for the Force.
Oh, and that jump.
Nimbly bimbly up the inside. And so is Ruby Whipper. Does a little spin, gets out of the pack. Oh, beautiful hit by Southside.
Look at that smile on Shredgrave's face.
She's like, didn't I? No, I did. 4 points. Yeah.
High five from the Southside girls to Shredgrave. That was an amazing maneuver. The excitement on Cluster Frack's face. Just everyone's having a great time.
Cluster Frack. Frack.
I mean, you could just call her Cluster. That saves a bit of time.
Thank you. Oh, God, I didn't even think about that.
Cluster.
That's a good phew. We've got an official review. I do believe KP is calling an official review. I'd love to know what this is about. I have an inkling I know what it's about. I'm not going to say because I don't think I'm meant to, but let's just see if you at home can guess what that is. And then I will confirm with you as to whether or not you were correct. I used to be a ref.
I didn't.
So I'm that annoying.
I didn't. I'm really bad with all rules for everything in life.
Look, there's rules, and then there's rules that are bendable. And then there's penalties that are worth it.
I would like to take this moment to say that with 14 minutes left on the clock, so that's half a half, or a quarter if you actually do maths, Southside are only 66 points behind, and that's like, I don't know how many of you follow
like
KP's social media, but how many scoring passes? 9? what's that? That's like 45. You only need 2 of those guys, and then
Yeah.
you give KP an excuse to use the hashtag.
Like if everybody goes to the bin at once,
you could do that.
you could just do it in maybe one jam.
Yeah, come on. What's
No,
the
I think the record for the
27 and
highest
5?
scoring jam is 41, 42 points or something like that. So come on, guys.
We believe in you.
A D. A double D. I don't.
I mean, look at all those high fives.
I think KP is contesting something that may have happened with the jammer on the previous jam.
Oh, never mind. Stop there.
And we're hopefully going to find out because I really want to know. It's so, you can just feel the suspense. Come on, guys, at least look like you're competing against each other. You look so friendly.
Yeah, everyone suddenly get into like a vicious derby stance.
I love it. Everyone, yes, vicious derby stance, was
Yeah,
that that?
there's that one scene in Whip It, which is a terrible comparison to any
yes,
derby
it
thing.
is, it is.
But they all suddenly go into like this thing and they just kind of all click into this movement and
Yes.
all of their skates touch the floor at the same time and it's terrifying. And I
Vicious.
just want to see people do that.
Vicious derby stance. I want to see a knee start. You know what? That's what
we
I
saw
want to see.
a, who was it? Someone in VRDL had like a sprint start yesterday and it was the greatest thing.
Sandrine.
Yeah.
Sandrine Rangion, yes.
I love it so much.
Look, I'm going to assume that there was some sort of official review called and, oh no, yes, we're getting told.
Oh my God.
Yes, yes.
There's Wally.
Hi, Wally. Would you like to, you can tell the people.
So Blue were querying the number of points awarded in that last jam. I believe the black jammer was straddling the line as she scored the final points.
Okay.
Jammer stated that she was given extra tap.
Cool. Would you like me to? Or would
Yeah,
like
you
it?
can because
Okay.
I'm bad at this.
KP was contesting whether or not the black jammer, Shredgrave, had actually scored her points. We've just got lead from Whack Russell Terry. Oh no, and she's gone off for her forearms. Whilst this power jam for Slamazon is happening, I'll just let you know they were contesting whether Shredgrave had received those points because they thought she may have been straddling, and the refs confirmed that she did not exit the track, so therefore she got all 4 points. And mind you, Slamazon just jumped the apex while we were talking about that. Just, you know.
I don't think the Convict City Rollers are having too much trouble with this game, funnily enough.
Yes. Oh, and there's a no call. So, oh, tippy toes up the inside by Whack Russell Terrier, but not quite tippy enough. What's she going off for? Is it a forearm? Another forearm. She must have tippied her forearm. Oh, we've
Ended the jam.
ended the jam. That perhaps that was a call-off. I'm unsure. It didn't look like a call-off. Well, you know what? Maybe we just missed it. So we're gonna. They've iced Whack Russell Terrier. You use the phrase icing.
I do when I remember it.
Yeah. So icing is keeping the player in the box.
It's also the best part of cake.
It is the best part of the ice cream.
It's the best part of everything. If there's not icing, it's part of whatever you're doing.
The best
Well, what are
song
you doing?
from the 80s and 90s. From Vanilla Ice. Yeah, I went there.
You
I
did, and now it's time to come back.
Yeah, has it gotten awkward? I think it's gotten a little awkward. All right, I can't see the person in the middle. Yes, they're holding the official timeout stance, which is different to the team
Official
timeout
review or the
stance.
team timeout.
It's
There's a
also
lot of
harder.
them.
He's going to
Skipping into
skip
the middle.
onto the middle just to have a little chit-chat to his team.
Everyone's still having a wonderful time.
It looks like we've got Ruby Whipper lining up against Vanessa Shredgrave. Hi, Whipper. Hi, how you
see
doing?
you. We appreciate
You're right.
you.
Yeah. I heard my name. Someone yelled my name. You know what? There's a lot of ollies. We've got Got the cheer squad from Southside giving it their best.
It's a very catchy cheer. I'll give them
Let's
that.
all hear it for the Southside Derby Dolls. And give us a hoy to the Convict City Rollers. Yeah.
Lots of cheering from Southside for both teams. Awesome to see.
Hey guys, don't forget there's an after party tomorrow. And there's snacks. Snacks.
If we
All
have
right.
an entice do with snacks, I'll be there. That's not
Some
enticing at all.
Hustle and tussle. And Ruby Whipper is through up the outside for lead jammer, and she's skating like she's stolen something.
She's stolen lead.
She's stolen lead from Shredgrave, who's now like, gosh, I've got a whole lap to go. And Ruby Whipper calls it for 4. We do have a blocker in the bin for Southside Derby Dolls, which I believe might be Nasty Noodle.
And that means that the Southside bench is
Oh.
empty.
We also have a blocker in the bin for the Convict City Rollers, evening it up, Alabama Hurley.
They can have a picnic. I like to think of it as a 30-second picnic.
Yeah. Oh, and we have another official timeout. An official timeout. We got to get that paperwork right, you know. We got to. Oh, this is a. I believe this is a sanctioned game, guys.
It is.
So that is exactly why everything needs to be hunky dory, 100%. A-okay. We've got a foul out. Thank you so much, Tipsy Moo, for letting us know. I do believe that is a foul out. 389 Lethal. Thank you so much, Lethal. You should be really proud of how you skated. That is not meant to sound condescending. You bloody rock.
We are proud of you. We're also very amused by KP's running again. This is why we wear skates.
And Slamazon is through for lead jammer. She's managed to get out. Whack Russell Terrier has managed to get out from that Convict City wall. Slamazon's coming round for her scoring pass. Oh, and she does a beautiful apex jump. Calls it for 4. So now, we have 5 minutes in the game.
Southside has 5 people in the game.
Southside has 5 skaters. Now, at this point, they are still able to play. If someone fouls out, it is up to the discretion of the head ref as to whether they are allowed to continue to play. So, and also, look, let's be honest, it'll be the discretion of the bench coach. The bench coach is calling a timeout. KP's skaters are thanking them for this, I'm pretty sure. At this stage, they're all going to be 1 on, 1 on, 1 on, 1 on. Yep, if they say they're right, they're all good.
Such athletes.
Yeah, this is Derby. This is what we do.
These girls are my heroes.
Yeah. This is what we do. You
Yeah.
know what? It's not how hard you fall, it's how quick you get up.
It's how hard you play.
Yeah. It's how hard you play. So those ladies that have fouled out, then they have nothing to be ashamed of, I think, in a game like this. In fact,
They
they've
played hard.
Actually, you know what? I was going to say sometimes it is a bit of a shame because I have fouled out and gone, that was a bad game. But they've played like demons.
They have played an incredible game. And you know what? The score difference does not represent the incredible athletic ability of every single person on that track.
You know what? I think it's a pretty darn good score, actually. I think it's great. Convicts 2-1-2 to the Force 1-1-4. All right. We've got Southside starting with 1 blocker in the bin, and the Convicts are starting with a full pack. Shredgrave versus Whack.
Schwack?
Schwack. No, well, it's not Slamazon, so we can't call it Schwack anymore. Oh, it's Shredgrave.
Yeah.
And Shredgrave is through for your lead jammer. Not very long after her, on her heels, is Whack Russell Terrier. Like she's chasing a car tire. Southside in a great position at the front, trying to run out these jams and trying to hold their spot and hold their points. 1 point to Shredgrave, none to Whack. excellent. That was a really great jam, guys. Everybody was in the right spot.
Everyone was doing
Sorry
what
to the
they-
people. Oh, we're back on YouTube. Wonderful. So you would have seen that.
Hi.
Hi again.
We love you. We think you're great. We've got Ruby
All
Whipper
right.
up
What have we-
against Slamazon.
Against Slamazon.
I think we could call them Slipper.
Slipper. This is Slipper. Oh, that was some excellent baiting by Slamazon to the outside. You know what? I'm gonna just put this jammer where I want to, and then I'm going to run up the inside. Love that move. She is through for lead jammer. This floor does look really slippery. I'm just going to point that out.
I mean, it's slippery in flat shoes.
It's quite dusty, so I'm interested to hear from the skaters what they think of the floor this time.
Apparently, the tracks are different as well.
Yes, yeah, they usually are. I recall skating here and having it being a bit all over the shop. Ruby Whipper is out.
Oh my!
Wow, that was a hit by Slamazon into someone to get their points. You know what I am noticing a lack of in this game is what we have a lot of at VRDL is face shields.
Yeah.
I've broken my nose 3 times now in
I mean,
Derby.
it's a lovely nose. I can't tell.
Thank you. But I do wear a face shield. I'm noticing not a lot on them. I see Whack Russell Terrier has one. I would too if I were Whack.
Well, Rack has a
but
lovely
yeah,
face
I think,
as well. I would want to protect
and
that
all
if
these
I had
ladies
Whack's
have
face.
great noses, so not a lot of high blocks. Not a lot of high blocks.
Yeah.
Maybe we could learn something from this. Oh, Shredgrave.
Oh my God.
She gets lead and tumbles out on the outside. Huge tumble. She's been recycled all the way back. We've only got 1 minute and 55 seconds left in this game.
That is
And-
the time for at least one more jam.
She calls it before Watt can score any points.
Ruby Whipper putting on the start for the South Side Derby Dolls. The Force up against Slamazon from the Convict City Rollers.
Ooh, the Convict City Rollers are 2-2-2, 3 ducks on a pond, versus 1-1-4. I don't know what the bingo for that would be.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what 14 is. A legs and a nose. And Slamazon is up against Ruby Whipper. Slamazon has been given lead. Well, sorry, she has earned lead. And Ruby Whipper has actually been sent to the bin for a cutting. Beautiful hips on Slamazon to get around that. That was amazing work using every part of her body. Oh, we've got some smashes and bashes. And, oh, actually, Slamazon has been sent to the bin for... Oh, sorry, guys, we missed that. All right. Nasty Noodle has been sent off.
Whipper has been recycled by Hazardous Curve. She is back at it again. She is ready.
Ruby Whipper is, yep, she's trying to make her way through. She's recycled back. She has been sent for something. A forearms. She's been sent for a forearms. And the period clock has run down. This is your last jam. This should be, unless something very special happens.
Like,
should be your last
someone
jam.
reearns lead.
Yeah. And Slamazon is making the most of it, making the most of this pack advantage. I do believe we've had another foul out. I think 0807, Nasty Noodle. 3, 2,
Ruby Whipper enters
1.
the track.
Wow.
It looks like she passed a hip.
What a game. High fives and hugs all around for everyone. You should all be so proud of yourselves. That was an incredible game to watch and such an awesome game
all
to
around.
MC.
That was an absolute delight to watch and participate in, and I hope everybody at home had so much fun, and I hope everyone here had so much fun.
Thank you so much for the officials. That was an awesome game. Oh yeah, let's read them out.
How about we give it up for the South Side Derby Dolls, Rack Russell Terrier, Ruby Whipper, Nasty Noodle, Lethal, Cluster Frack, Derby Does Damage, and Tequila Shot. You want to read them?
And KP and Topper.
Oh yeah.
Convict City Rollers, who are your winners on 235, have the Chuggernaut, Skywalker, Alabama Hurley, Smiley Virus, Vanessa Shredgrave, Shelley Splinters, Giddy Up Gertie, Holly Hipkiss, Slamazon, Hazardous Curves, and your benches, Captain Smirk and Irate Kate. I'm Polly Alloy.
I'm Trixie. I'm going to go get a high five.
I'm going to go get a high five too. Thanks so much, guys.